WWE Crown Jewel 2024 takes place this weekend on PLE. There are currently 7 matches on this card, which basically involves a Crown Jewel Championship match and a Crown Jewel Women's Championship match. My name is Manlykefresh, and let's go. If any of you would like to be updated on any future videos I'm about to release, or just to follow me in general, you can follow me on X at www.x.com/manlykefresh. So the first match I'm going to cover is the Fatal 4-Way for the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. So we have defending champions Bianca and Jade Cargill defending their championships against NXT's Metaphor team of Lash Legend and Jakara, and Raw's Damage Control in Io Sky and Kyrie. And then on SmackDown we have Chelsea Green and Piper, who will now be contesting to try and dethrone the 2 juggernauts that hold the championships. Now, I've been saying this for months. Jade and Bianca are going to butt heads at some point. I don't think that is the time just yet. What I think could happen is Lash Legend in particular has had a strong showing. She's been on SmackDown a few times. She even picked up Piper Niven and devastated her with a power move. I feel like they're going to use the 2 NXT stars to elevate them. Probably going to get a call up to the main roster at some point. But this match is going to be a showcase. Nothing more. There's not going to be a title change. But like I said, Bianca is going to retain with Jade. And I feel like Lash Legend in particular is going to be the standout. She's probably going to be the GOAT of this match. LA Knight, will be defending his United States Championship in a triple threat match against WWE Speed Champion Andrade and the man known as him, Carmelo Hayes. So this match has been quite interesting, really. How it's built up is over the last couple of months, Andrade and Carmelo Hayes have been going back and forth with their own little rivalry. And then somewhere down the line, the United States Championship was added to the mix. LA Knight was then added as a referee to referee these 2 final match to bring their rivalry to an end. LA Knight cost both of them the match by basically beating them up. Nick Aldis then made it a triple threat match, and that's why we're here where we are. Now, I like LA Knight. LA Knight is probably one of my favourite wrestlers on the SmackDown roster right now, but his United States Championship run has been slightly lackluster. Not better than Logan Paul's, but it's been lackluster. And I feel like he needs something to elevate him into a legitimate threat to anyone, especially anyone that is trying to challenge him for that championship. So I'm going to give LA Knight the win. Probably he's going to pin Andrade, but LA Knight to win and retain his United States Championship. So Mr. Burn It Down, Seth freaking Rollins, Mr. Curb Stop, Mr. Revolutionary, Mr. Everything that you want to call him, will be taking on the monster known as Bronson Reed. This rivalry has been absolutely amazing. I mean, over the last couple of weeks, they've just been beating the living hell out of each other. And usually it doesn't work, but because Bronson Reed is a monster who loves to fight, and Seth Rollins is just a go-getter who doesn't have no fear. It worked. I mean, I don't know what Seth Rollins' physical state will be this Saturday, sorry, after what happened this past Monday, where they got into an altercation in the backstage area, and Bronson Reed, I think, did a Death Valley driver out of the truck onto some tables. But this match should be really good. I don't want to be that guy, but the logical idea would be Seth Rollins to win, but I feel Seth doesn't need the win. Bronson Reed does. Seth is one of those guys, just a bit like Randy Orton, who if he was to lose now, it wouldn't do any damage to his career. So I'm going to give this win to Bronson Reed. A bold move, but Bronson Reed, I believe, will win. And it's now time for our first of 2 champion versus championship matches, where the winner will become the Crown Jewel champion. So how that works is Nia Jax, who is the women's WWE champion on SmackDown, will be taking on Liv Morgan. Both of them will fight for this prize that I just mentioned. Now, unlike other championships, I believe how this works is that the championship will be defended every year at Crown Jewel. But what I want to know is, if one of these two was to win the Crown Jewel championship, does that championship transfer to another champion when they lose the belt, or do they come back next year and defend the championship? I mean, I don't know how it works. What about if one of them gets fired or leaves WWE during that time? I don't know how it works. But anyway, what could happen in this match? Tiffany Stratton, could she cash in on Nia Jax in the process? Maybe. Could Rhea Ripley, who's currently incapacitated due to what happened on NXT, could she try and get involved? But I'm going to give the win to Nia Jax. Nia Jax to win and become the new Women's Crown Jewel champion. And Kevin Owens, who finally has become a heel, as we all knew what would happen eventually, after he tapped Cody Rhodes from behind, after, I think, was it Bad Blood, has now decided to now release his tirade on Randy Orton as well, as he believes Randy Orton didn't have his back and that Randy Orton picked a side. So Kevin Owens has now become that sick, paranoid, delusional bastard that he's always ever been, and Randy Orton wants to spit some venom in this guy's face. He's after him, he's seething. So with these two having their 1-on-1 encounter in Crown Jewel, which I feel is a bit too premature, they should have had it maybe at Survivor Series, but hey, this match now, like I said before with Seth Rollins and Randy Orton are two people who do not need to win a match. They can lose a match and it won't damage their career. At this point, Kevin Owens is in major need of a victory. In order to legitimize Kevin Owens as the badass that he is, he needs to win this match. So my prediction, as you've guessed, Kevin Owens to beat Randy Orton 1, 2, 3, and move on to something else and probably fight Cody Rhodes at Survivor Series. And our second champion versus championship match, which would be Gunther, the World Heavyweight Champion on Raw, taking on the undisputed WWE Champion of Cody Rhodes of SmackDown to become the first Crown Jewel Champion. As I stated with Nia and Liv, how does this actually work? So if the person that wins the championship, let's say Cody Rhodes becomes Crown Jewel Champion, does he merge that championship with the WWE champion, and then if he loses it, they both championships transfer to someone else and they come back and defend it next? I don't know, but anyway, a lot of elements between this match could take place that could cost either one of them. So remember, Goldberg was at Bad Blood last month and Gunther basically berated his son. Goldberg could then get involved and probably spear Gunther. Kevin Owens, another one who I said has got problems with Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes, could interject himself into this match and cost Cody Rhodes. I'm going to go with a logical explanation here. I think Cody Rhodes is going to be attacked by Kevin Owens, as it makes sense, Gunther to become the new Crown Jewel champion. So we have our main event, which is probably definitely going to be the main event. We have the original bloodline of the original tribal chief, Roman Reigns, finally teaming back up with Jimmy and former Intercontinental Champion Jey Uso from Raw to take on Bloodline 2.0s of Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu, Tonga Loa or Tama Tonga. Now, three of those four people will take on the original bloodline. Obviously, there's so many mixed elements in here. We've got Sami Zayn, who obviously warned Jey about joining Roman and Jimmy after what happened. We see Solo and his team taking out Jey, costing him the Intercontinental Championship back to Braun Breaker. And we also have 4 people on the 2.0 team, and then we have 3 people on the original Bloodline team. Now, it's quite obvious that this is obviously the appetizer for what's finally going to happen at Survivor Series. It's going to be a War Games. I'm going to make a prediction, very simple prediction. The numbers game is going to work against Roman's team. The original Bloodline is going to lose to Solo's Bloodline. They're going to put the beat down on the original Bloodline, and I feel even though Sami Zayn has his reservations about Roman, he doesn't want to see his friend Jey get beaten up, so he's going to do the noble thing. He's going to come out and save his old stable teammates to then lead to a 4 versus 4 War Games match at Survivor Series. With all my predictions now covered, stay tuned for my final thoughts. Following a secret meeting with Sami and Solo this past week on Raw, if Sami was to interject himself, which side would he join? Now that Punk's rivalry with Drew is over, what should he do next? Should he go for a championship or have another rivalry with someone who he hasn't faced before? With Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin winning the tag team championships on their second week in WWE, do you think this was a good move, or do you think it was a spit in the face on all the other tag teams that have been there before them? After Solo cost his brother Jey the Intercontinental Championship, once this bloodline rivalry is over, should Jey go back for the championship or should he move on to something else? All signs are pointing to Xavier Woods turning heel, but what about if we got swerved and it's actually Kofi that turns on Xavier? And finally, is The Rock the final boss, the puppet master behind this whole bloodline story? And what plans does he have for Cody Rhodes moving forward? Only time will tell. My YouTube channel by clicking on subscribe and by following me on my only social media platform of X at www.x.com/Manlykefresh, where you'll be updated with any future videos which are about to come out, whether it be my wrestling videos or my gaming videos or my top 20s. So until next time guys, see you at the next video, look after yourselves and take care. Bye bye.